are so busted.
American Beauty is about a telemarketer who becomes bored with his existence and begins to hunger for excitement in his life. As he experiences new awakening in his senses, his wife and daughter undergo changes that seriously affect their family. His daughter becomes involved with a boy who I would consider to be mentally disturbed, and his father a bit unstable, well, a lot unstable, and his wife who finds comfort in the arms of another man.
Knock knock, who's there? Cheating Evan. Cheating Evan who? Cheating eventually gets you killed.
American Beauty is also a critically acclaimed film. This film won Oscars for Best Screenplay, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Cinematography, and Best Film. Hello everyone and welcome back to Movie Mistakes. And today we're going to share with you 10 mistakes that we found in American Beauty. And as usual, don't forget to join the Movie Mistakes family by clicking the subscribe button and notification bell now. We'll keep you updated of all our up and coming videos. For mistake number 1, we find Carolyn waiting outside for her family. First out is her daughter Janie, then her husband Lester who's bringing up the rear. Keep an eye on her right hand and make a note that it's going to move when the camera angle switches. Here we can see her right hand is resting on top of the car, not on the windshield. But as the camera angle changes again, it goes back to its original position. For this mistake, Carolyn is getting ready to show off a new house. Well, not really a new house, it's kind of an old house, henceforth the reason why she has to clean it up. Here we can see her on her knees cleaning the countertop, with the faucet to the left hand side of the screen. However, just a little while later when she's showing off the house to someone who is looking to buy, we can see that the sink is now on the right hand side of the screen. In this scene, Jane is hanging out with Angela at school. Angela is having a cigarette to calm her nerves. From what? I have no idea. But what I do know, at this angle we can see that the cigarette is almost gone. But as we get a close-up of the two girls, we can see that the cigarette has got considerably longer. This actually happens several times back and forth throughout the scene. The cigarette gets shorter, the cigarette gets longer.
Really don't need to have some psycho obsessing about me right now.
So after the scene of the girls in the school, we now cut to Frank and his wife Barbara watching some television. If you've seen the movie before, you know that Frank runs a tight ship. And you can tell that largely by seeing that there's nothing on top of the television here. But as the camera angle changes over to the television, we can now see that there's something on top of the television along with some other pictures. When it changes back over to Frank and Barbara, we can now see that the stuff is missing. In this part of the movie, Lester and Carolyn have just come home from some sort of office party.
Shit, they're home. Quick, let's go up to my room.
I should say hi to your dad.
Jane and Angela are there, and the two parents greet the two teenagers. As the camera shifts over to Lester, notice he has on a white undershirt underneath his blue button-up. But what I couldn't figure out is, when Lester goes to the garage, he takes off his blue button-up shirt and there's no undershirt there. So did he go to his room and take off the undershirt and then put back on the blue shirt just to take it back off again? Nah, seems pretty stupid. So, mistake, yeah. So if you haven't seen the movie before, you'll know that Lester fantasizes a lot about Angela. Yeah, Jane's friend, the girl in high school. So here he's attempting to jog to get himself back into shape, along with working out as well. The camera angle now switches over to Ricky, who's walking out of the house, and notice that the lawn hose at this part is pretty straight. But when Lester reaches Ricky and Frank's house, you'll notice that the hose is now kind of wiggly here on the lawn, where it was straight before. Maybe it has something to do with the urine that Ricky is holding. No, I'm just being mean. So later on that night, Lester and Caroline are having a massive fight. She just can't believe that he would quit his job.
And I marvel that you can be so contemptuous of me on the same day that you lose your job. lose it. It's not like, whoops, where'd my job go? I quit!
And then he is just so upset at the fact that he can't live his life the way he wants to.
And your mother seems to prefer that I go through life like a fucking prisoner while she keeps my dick in a mason jar under the sink.
Blah, 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 blah. But with the nice meal that they're enjoying, notice that Caroline is drinking some Coke. Or maybe it's rum and Coke. Nevertheless, Lester gets upset and throws a plate of asparagus at the wall. The camera then pans back over to Caroline and we can now see that she has considerably less Coke in her glass than she did originally. Maybe all that hostility from Lester caused her to drink a little bit off scene? Maybe? I don't know.
Don't interrupt me.
So for this scene, Caroline comes home and finds Lester just chilling on the couch.
I rule.
She's looking all kinds of hot because she's been cheating with another man. Take note of the beer label that is facing the camera. Well, almost kind of facing the camera, but it's more so facing Lester, I would say. However, when the camera angle switches, the label is now facing toward Caroline, more toward her left, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that weird if the beer bottle had two labels on it, but I don't think so. Staying in the same scene, Lester again gets upset with his wife and kind of goes on a little rant. Take note of the cushion on the chair that is behind it. Lester then proceeds to tell his wife that her stuff has become more important to her than living. So as she gets upset and storms out, you'll notice that the pillow that was on the big couch now transfers over to Lester's chair somehow. So for our last mistake, Lester has been working out pretty hard.
You mind? I'm trying to work out here. Unless you want to spot me.
He's kind of sweaty around the neck area, as you can tell, but that's about it. So we're all in agreement, no sweat on his arms, right? Well, that's where you will be wrong. As Angela comes in and she kind of pushes the envelope with Jane's dad, notice that there is sweat on his arm now that wasn't there before.
You like muscles?
So what did you think of these American Beauty movie mistakes? Let us know in the comment section below which one was your favorite. And as usual, we want to say thanks to all our super fans out there. Be sure to leave a positive comment in the comment section below and we'll try to put you on our end card. Also, if you want to be a super fan, go ahead and click the subscribe button and notification bell now. We'll keep you updated of all of our newest videos. Thanks for hanging out with us here at Movie Mistakes and we'll see you next time.